All right, guys, let's see if we can bring this one back from the abyss of filth. Wow, this is dirty. Well, it stinks like gas in here, and I was a little leery, but so I cranked it over a little bit, and look what happened. I thought the battery was completely dead. It was cranking really slow, then all of a sudden it started cranking faster. Crazy. Stuck wheel cylinder. Any leaks? Don't think so. God, she's dirty. Alright, let's wash it off and see what happens. I'll just move it out of the sun to dry it off. Oh yeah, that brake, something's sticking in the back. Let's tear something off and look and see what's going on. I don't know. Been sitting a lot, this car. And notice, no New England snows on this one. She's a California ride. Oh, you guys, it is like in the 40s right now. And my hands are just, and it's windy. We've had wind every day. We just got through a bunch of these fires. I don't know what's happening. You know, and we have no rain this year. So let's wash this thing off, but I don't know why this thing's streaking like this, but yeah, we'll just I had to pull this thing up in the sun, and then I'll just wipe this guy down and we'll take a look at it. It looks like a huge difference than what we started with. Let's take a look. All right, guys, I know we got some dogs barking back in the background, but let's take a look here at the difference. What we have now. Super slick stuff. I use this Menzerna polymer polish on there after I did the oxidation removal. It's kind of a marine product from they see this guy up on the roof and they're just not stopping. So anyway, I gotta have the lighting right. It's all so you guys can see it. And if I wait to do the video, we're gonna have a problem with that. So I got a couple little things to touch up on this. So I'll probably do a little bit of touch-up paint. Let's look at the inside. You know, this thing's got all new rubber. I mean, the windows roll up and down really good. I did a restoration on this thing, I don't know, several years back. The original was gray. I'm gonna take my steam cleaner. I used a steamer and it just kind of spread it around a little bit. Take a steam cleaner and try and clean up that back there a little more. A little more details on this thing. You can see the interior cleaned up really nice. That was just filthy. This car is such a cool car. It's an original 1961. I got it up in Running Springs, I think, area. I don't know if it was all the way up in Running Springs. Maybe it was part way up. I can't really remember. And it's been in California pretty much its whole life. I mean, it's definitely its whole life. Other than the plates are Arizona now, but I'm not going to get into that. So it has all 4 original fenders, which is cool. These are original fenders. You can see the bends in there. They were kind of beat up when they got the car, of course. They look decent now. It's got a few little waves in it, but this is a nice looking car. It's got a beautiful 16 single in it. 16 single port cam. And with the cam on it and everything. And let's look. Oh yeah, so the wiring, all that's original. It's never been replaced. A couple patches in it, but not bad. Nothing. It wasn't worth replacing the whole harness. Original gas tank. It was kissed in the front at some point. Repaired. Gas tank's got the little dent in it. Original 4-tab hood. Was originally the one that came on the car. Still had this color is called pastel blue. God, those dogs are driving me nuts. Hope they don't ruin this video. But yeah, it's this was the original color, pastel blue. This is a hydride green steering wheel. They had hydride green steering wheel, hydride green this. You can't find them. I took the original one and repainted it. So a hydride green here. And if you notice, the floor mats are original. So I'll show you the part number and everything. It's right there. They're original, kind of worn through. Put some salt and pepper cut pile in here at one point. This is the TMI reproduction interior. They don't have the original color one. The original color was like called, I think, blue white. It's a white and then it had like a, I can't remember what color it was, kind of a greenish color on the top and bottom. I only had 3 of the original door panels. It's a 6-month only color. You can't find the original door panels for it, so I went ahead and just put all new TMI in it several years back. Still has the ashtray. Yeah, really cool. So I'm gonna be doing some other videos here coming up. I think I've got to find my other wiper. I got this. I forget how that thing got broken, but I've got another original one here. It's an original Volkswagen one. So I'll put that on because it's broken. This right here is supposed to go down and around, and it kind of hides the steering wheel. You share your thoughts. Should okay, this has been repainted and then it cracked like this. I don't mind it being cracked myself. I should have used a different primer on it, and the primer I used wasn't designed for going on that thick, and that's why it cracked. So it was a urethane DTM, and you got to have a high build urethane DTM, or I could have used polyester primer. So if you use polyester primer, it wouldn't crack nearly like that. It might have it would have a few hairlines in it, okay, which is okay, because then again, they don't make this in a press. They don't have this color steering wheel in a press, so I had to match this color really hard to match. All the guys say you can't match it. I'm like, no, I did it. Transmission in this car is original, never been out. Works absolutely perfect, all synchros. It's a pretty neat car. It's got a roller pedal. It's not original, but it does have a roller pedal in it. You know, back in the 80s, you know, this was a daily driver up in Big Bear up in the mountains, and somebody used this car, stayed up there probably its whole life. So, yeah, pretty interesting story behind it. I just have, you know, at this point, pretty soon I'm going to sell this thing. So once I get all the little things worked out of it, I'll sell it. Because I just can't keep them all. This is one that I built this to keep it and drive it. So it's a driver. It's not built like custom full show or anything like that. It's just built to drive. And it was my thing. My original car, my first car was a 62 Beetle. It was a 62 Beetle. And so it had a 58 body on a 62 pan. It was all 62, but back then, you know, there was cars everywhere. I found a body that was straighter than the body I had on it. So I just took it off, and I remember just cutting around to put the bigger gas tank in, and just cutting the metal around there, and not, because I didn't want to, you know, no fuel gauge. So, yeah, I went that direction. So anyway, you know, I hate to sell it, but it's just, because it's just so unique. It's such a cool car. It's got great colors. It's, you know, it's it has a 16 single, the cam right now. I need to check the engine. I'm gonna have to pull the brakes off. So I'll bring you guys on, maybe in the next video. I'll bring you guys in and we'll just take it apart and see what's going on with the brakes. I think there's just a stuck, the piston on the wheel cylinder is just stuck. So I could probably just pull it apart. Maybe I'll just pull it out, see what the condition is of the wheel cylinder. Maybe I'll just put a kit on it or something, you know, wheel cylinder kit. Because they were all replaced. Everything was replaced. The brake lines, the hoses, the lining should be, I mean, I don't think I've driven this car over 1,000 miles since I put it together. Because what happened is just other cars came in that right after I got this, I ended up getting my green rag top. Well, take a look at that. So like right when I was actually in the middle of restoring that, and this thing popped up, and I was like with a project car, and it didn't look like this. But this is the original color too. Original interior color. too, and the original paint on the dash. So yeah, anyway, you know, what do you want? Do you keep a rag top or a hard top? You know, I really like the blue car, but I end up driving this a lot more. So we're going to get this thing a little more tightened up. We'll do a couple driving videos in it. You guys want to come back for that? We'll drive around in it for a while. Love the car. It's absolutely just a gorgeous combination. They only made it 6 months. It is a small taillight car, so anything with these taillights on it sell for a lot more money. So unfortunately, I can't give it away. So yeah, I don't know what the price is gonna be yet. Kind of whatever the market will bear, right? And then what was funny is after I had gotten the green rag, then I ended up this 54 that I've done the whole restoration on. I've got videos on this if you're new to the channel. I just put a Okrasa engine in it, which is basically a performance, 50s style performance Okrasa engine. Pretty neat engine to put in a car. Kind of expensive to do, but really worth it. So anyway, you guys, I've been going on a little too long, but I hope you guys enjoyed the first wash on this car. Come back for some other videos, and be sure if you haven't subscribed to do that. And if you want, you can share the video anywhere you can, on Facebook or whatever. That's great. Tell a friend. I'll talk to you in the next one. Please like, share, and subscribe.